I'm speed fishing today. I've got 2 hours to catch a fish. Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Bransford. Now, I was so ticked off at blank and Day last week. I wasn't planning on coming fishing this weekend. I was going to do prep, but I had to get out and break the blank. But I'm on a really tight schedule. I've literally got two and a half hours maybe if I risk a speed and take it on the way home to catch a fish. Now, my original plan was to come down and pull snake flies. But when I went and paid my money, I had a look at the catch reports. It must have been stocked about 10 days ago, probably just after I was last here. And then first few days were all 4 fish, 4 fish, 4 fish, then 4 fish, 3 fish, 3 fish, 3 fish, 2 fish, 2 fish. And the last couple of days I've been 1 fish and no fish. So pulling snake flies I just don't think is going to work. So I've had a change of plan. I'm sticking with just 1 rod, a floating line and a team of 3 flies, 2 nymphs and a low on the point. Let's get to it. Right, it's quite busy actually this morning, but I'm going to start on the small leg. A few fish caught in the big leg. I'm not seeing anything off here, but like I said, I've got a couple of hours, so I'm just going to mix it up with retrieves. As I said, I've got just a floating line, 10'7", 12-foot leader, a Diawl Bach on the top dropper, a cruncher on the middle dropper, and a black and green Nomad on the point. I don't like changing my ideas, but needs must, because the snakes are just not going to work today, I don't think. Not looking at that catch book. So I'm going to start down here, fish it nice and slow, medium pace maybe, and then I'll just gradually fan around and drift them, move them, just mix it up. The advantage of having 1 rod with a few different flies on. Right, see how it goes. Someone's having a bath. They're gorgeous, aren't they? Such stunning creatures. I'm trying to pull it. And there we go. Looking at the swan and he catches a fish. Hey! Now this, you better not come off, because quite frankly, after last week, I can't be dealing with more fish coming off. I don't know how well you're going to be seeing this with the sun. That was a first cast. Come on, Mr. Fish, break my blank, please. Yay, come on, buddy. Come on, in you come. No, I said in you come, not go bar me. Come on. So stay out of the sun so people can see, please. Oh, well done. You've wrecked me flipping cast on the first one. Well done. But you're in the net. The blag's over. I didn't go 2 weeks without a fish. Woohoo! Right, let's get them clonked. I fish done a right job on my leader. I think this is going to have to be a new cast. First cast, catch a fish, get tangled up. Marvellous. But it's better than a blank. I was a right sulky beggar last week. Right sulky beggar. Not this week though, I caught a fish. Right, let's get this tangle sorted. Well, that start couldn't have really gone much better. First cast. Probably won't get another flipping pull now. I'm sorry if the sun is a bit naff. I've come here to keep out of the wind to prevent wind noise, so I'm trying to combat bright side and wind, so apologies for that. But yeah, floating lines, 3 flies. It's probably all you need most of the time. A lot of us just overly complicated, especially on small still waters. Me especially, I've got to have a floating line set up with a team. I've got an intermediate with pulling stuff. I've got to have a bung rod, a dry rod. Like I said, it's simple fishing. You don't even need 3 flies. If you wanted to, you could probably fish 1 or even 2. But I just like having 3s. It covers more of the water column, and that fish that I've just had took the top dropper. Yeah, fingers crossed we'll get the remaining ones in the bag, but honestly, I'm just happy to have landed a fish. So what I'm doing, because the wind's pushing in this corner, I'm casting across the wind. So the 3 flies, sorry, that are 4 foot apart, are landing as the Nomad's going down on the point. The 2 Nymphs on the droppers are fishing, and as it drifts in line with me, just steady retrieve back on a figure of 8. It worked first cast. If it doesn't work again, I've got the advantage. I can speed it up. I can maybe put some strips in, or I can cast further that way and let it drift more. Just covering my options rather than chucking it out and just pulling it straight back. It is getting towards nymph fishing time now though. There's some warmth in the sky again today. I can feel it. I've got my hat on and I'm melting. Not that it takes much. I'm a bit like a bear. While it's drifting, and because of the sun, I can't really see the line move. So what I'm watching is the loop at the end of the rod. I've got it probably 12 inches above the water, and it creates a loop like that. So if you get a pull while it's drifting like this, that loop will move forward like that, and if it moves positively, you just lift. Hopefully they just try to yank it out of your hands, but I don't think it's going to be like that today. Try a bit of a pull there. Pretty much the same place I caught the fish from before, so I wonder if they're patrolling the margin. One again, there's another one. Patrolling the margins in front of the platform. No, it didn't take it that time. It was definitely a couple of pulls. It's not loads and loads of signs of fishing. There's not loads and loads of fish getting caught. I'll fish this one out and then I think I'll have a wander. Right. On the big lake. It's quite obvious where the fish are getting caught from because everyone's lined up, so I've come the complete opposite side where the wind's blowing in, so apologies if the audio's a bit naff. I'll try and stand sideways and cast across. Should I pull there? And again, there we go. Oh, how savage! He's done me well and truly. He's done me like an absolute kipper, he has. What a savage take that was. He broke me. No, he hasn't. That was a savage take. Can't believe I haven't hooked that properly. Wow. That's what I love about straight lining though. That just stops it dead and then just it's off. Right, I've moved round to the other side because where there's a few fish caught from this morning, but I'm not sure how long we'll stay because the sun's right in my eyes and I don't know how much you'll be able to see on camera. I'm not in the peg I was going to go in. I thought the lad had gone elsewhere, but he must have just gone to the toilet or a coffee or something because he's left his rod and everything on the peg. A bit frustrating, but it's not the end of the world. people are allowed to have a coffee and call it nature. I might have 10 minutes on here, then maybe go back onto the small lake for 15-20 minutes. I can't say I'm really feeling it here. I know those fish here this morning, but you get that feeling, don't you, where you just think, it's not right. So yeah, I'll give it 10 minutes and I'll probably move for another peg. I think I'm not expecting to catch anything off this one. Right then, for the last peg, I've come back to the peg I started on and caught the fish from. The wind's not as strong on here. It's like a gentle breeze, and the sun's out my eyes on here as well now. It was a bit of a problem this morning, well, earlier I should say. So let's give this 30 minutes, see if I can fluke a second one. It's not, I don't feel like I've fished badly today. I think I've got the tactics right. It's just, it must have been stocked getting on 2 weeks ago, and because it's kilo only, all them fish have been battered and taken out, so the numbers are dwindled. If I'd gone my original plan when I came this morning of fishing and pulling snakes, I'm not convinced I'd have caught anything, to be honest. So I feel like I got me fishing right at least. Just fish. I've been awkward. See if we can flicker one in the last 30 minutes. It looks to have died to death absolutely everywhere. I mean, I've not seen many fish move all, well, the time I've been here. Maybe 3, 4 top. And they looked erratic this first thing. There's a period of time when I first started fishing on the other lake where a couple of people caught 2 each, but I've not seen anybody else catch anything since then. I think it's going to be a one fish wonder job today. Jinxed myself before when I said I wouldn't get another pull after catching one that first cast. But I'm smiling, and I like fishing again. That's the main thing. Oh, there's a fish just topped, making me look stupid. There's a fly this way, mate. Eat it. Right then, that's my 2 hours up. Well, actually it's 2 hours and 10 minutes. I've gone a bit over. I've packed quite a lot into 2 hours. Oh yeah, I fished 4 pegs. I've caught a fish. Nearly got the rod pulled out my hand. I'm getting a suntan. So I'll have one more cast, fish that out, then I'll show you the flies that I've used today. I don't normally do that, but I've got to sort my fish out, so might as well do that at the same time. Right then, so on the top dropper I had this little Diawl Bach Fritz variation. I've caught loads of fish on these, I absolutely love it as top dropper. Middle dropper I had black and green cruncher, and on the point just a little black and green Nomad. I'm really into these at the moment, but it was the Diawl Bach that caught the fish. So job done, I broke the blank. I'll see you back at the car. Man, I'm absolutely boiling. It's so warm today. Right, I finished fishing. I broke the blank. Yeah! I might have only caught one, but I didn't blank. That's the main thing. And I'm smiling again after fishing. It's been quite tough today. Not just for me, for everybody. As I thought when I looked at that catch report, I think them fish that must have been stocked after last time here have dwindled. And quite frankly, if I'd pulled snake flies like I was going to, I don't think I'd have caught anything. The one fish I did, first cast, if you've been watching, on Diawl Bach, and I had an absolutely savage take. Went straight lining. Like I said, I hope you've seen that if you're getting this far. It ripped the line out of my hands. I honestly thought it had broken me, but it didn't. So yeah, I've enjoyed my fishing today. I might have been a very, very short session. I'm pushing my luck for getting back on time, but you know, fishing comes first. But I've enjoyed myself. That's the main thing. I hope you've enjoyed watching, even though there's not been a great deal of fish action. If you have, please like, drop a comment, hit the hype button, and subscribe. And I will see you next week with the Bung Masters footage. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.
If you do fancy trying any of the flies I've used today, most are available on the Fritz and Flash website. You can get 10% off by subscribing to my channel. Once you've done that, just pop in the code SSF10 into the coupon box, and the discount will be applied at the checkout. Tight lines.